What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here on Madden 25, here for our last offseason rebuild before the divisional weekend games, as today we have a team that was eliminated from wildcard weekend, that being the Green Bay Packers. This season did not end the way they would have wanted. They needed to take another step in the right direction, and they did not. They honestly took 2 steps backwards, in my opinion. They made it to divisional last year and almost beat the Niners in the divisional round as well. But to go to wildcard weekend and lose the way they did, not great. So let's go ahead, jump in, and do a Green Bay Packers offseason rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So to be completely honest with you, the Green Bay Packers could have won on Sunday. They really could have. The Eagles did not play their best game, but the Packers played even worse, which is the ultimate problem. Now, I do know there's a domino effect. If the Packers would have played better, maybe the Eagles played differently, and, you know, that's what happens. And then it didn't help that the first play of the game, they fumble on special teams. It looks like the Packers recovered it, but the refs still gave it to the Eagles. I don't know, but still, the Packers lost to the Bears week 18. They lost the right to the 6th seed. They held on to it for the longest time and lost it. And they went on to play the Eagles, and that's why they're sitting at home right now. But there are some problems we need to address with the Green Bay Packers, and that's what we plan on doing today. So not having Jaire Alexander healthy doesn't help either. And I've seen reports that Jaire could be done with Green Bay. I don't know how true that is. I'm not going to get rid of him personally because I think we need him, and I don't want to have to worry about getting another corner as good as Jaire. So I'm not getting rid of him, although I have seen some reports out there that say he may have played his last down in Green Bay. But again, don't really know how true that really is. I am going to resign Brandon McManus because he's a good kicker, although he did miss a field goal in the playoff game, but he's going to test free agency, so never mind, we're not getting him back. So let's just head into free agency. Well, actually, let's look at our lineup first and foremost. Let's see what we need. The one thing I do know we definitely need is a wide receiver 1. Green Bay, you know, always prided themselves on having 4 wide receivers they can throw the ball to, but at the end of the day, none of them are a wide receiver 1. Jaden Reed is as close as you can maybe get, but he's a wide receiver 2 at best. So Tucker Kraft is superstar dev, which is nice. Josh Jacobs was an amazing free agency addition. Offensive line looks pretty damn good, so at least we don't have to worry about that too much. But you have Wicks and then obviously Watson when healthy, but this man is done, dude. I don't care what he does, but this man cannot stay healthy. I remember there was something wrong with his legs or something, I don't know, and they did something to fix it, and he still gets hurt almost every play. There's so many non-contact injuries with him. It's not even funny. He's not someone who's reliable going forward. We have Elgin Cooper, Xavier McKinney, who is amazing. Jaire Alexander. We lost our cornerback too just now, so we definitely need to get another one. D-line actually looks really damn good, so that's exciting. But let's get into free agency and let's get to work. We know we have a solid foundation here. We just need to get a little bit more pieces, and this team is a contender. Don't be wrong. Jordan Love could play better, but this team is definitely a contender if we surround him with the right pieces. So unfortunately, the wide receiver 1 isn't coming through free agency, but we do have a couple of good options here in free agency. We actually made 5 different offers on 5 guys who I think could help us a ton right away. So we're going for Asante Samuel, Javon Holland, Rasul Douglas, Drew Dahlman, and Devin Bush. So if we can get 5 of 5, that'd be great. 4 of 5, whatever. Javon Holland we may miss out on, but no, we get 5 of 5. So that is a great start to this offseason rebuild. As I mentioned, we needed to get Jordan Love some pieces around him, and we did just that. Wide receiver 1 becomes the main important priority to me in the draft, but that's the main thing we definitely need. So whatever wide receiver 1 falls to us, we're absolutely taking them, no doubt. We also could trade for one too, because we pretty much have a starter everywhere. Could use another coverage linebacker, but honestly, you know what? Screw the draft, bro. Let's trade for a wide receiver 1. Let's trade for one. I don't do it very often, so let's go ahead and do it right now. Let's go see what wide receiver 1 we could trade for, because that's the one thing this team truly needs, and if we could get that, we could be off and running. So there's a few guys that I'm definitely looking at as far as trading for. So let's go ahead and start off with Seattle with DK Metcalf. That's my first kind of thought. Like, DK Metcalf has 1 year left on his deal, so not saying Seattle's going to trade him, and I don't really expect them to, but definitely someone I have on my radar. Let's get to the more realistic options though. So DK is interesting. First one is Deebo Samuel, who's 29 years old. He's intriguing, but I think he regressed more, and he didn't really have that great of a season anyway, so I don't know if I really want to go for him. The first, or like this one is interesting to me. Tyreek Hill off the, Dolphins sounds intriguing as well, because there is a little bit of weird things going on there. At first, he said he doesn't want to be there anymore, and then now his agent walked it back and said he's going to do whatever it takes to stay in Miami. I don't know. We'll see what happens there, but Tyreek Hill is definitely a thought. And then last but not least, Garrett Wilson. There was a rumor that dropped that if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, Garrett Wilson won't be here anymore. And it is not, Aaron Rodgers isn't there anymore. It's Mac Jones instead, which isn't much better. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to start with Tyreek Hill because he's probably the most realistic, interesting one. So let's see if we get Tyreek Hill on the Packers. He's going to cost a little bit of money, but this is exactly what we need right now. So I'm going to offer my first round pick. I know that Tyreek Hill probably wouldn't go for a first in real life, but maybe he would. I don't know. Let's start with the second round pick, though. Let's see how close that is. So not even close. If we trade our first, I doubt this is even close either. So let's just see what it's actually somewhat close. So a first round pick on draft night and maybe our third as well. Would they do this for Tyreek Hill? They're close to accepting it. Let's say we do a third next year as well. 2/3 and a first for Tyreek Hill. So close to accepting it. We'll go a 5th and a 6th in this draft. Quite a bit of draft capital to give up. But we're getting a 94 overall Tyreek Hill to pair with Jordan Love. I love it. So Tyreek Hill gives us a window with Jordan Love that I absolutely love. And that is exactly what we needed at our wide receiver 1 spot. So Tyreek Hill, welcome to Green Bay. We don't have our first round pick anymore. And we don't have our third anymore. But we still have a second round pick, which is something we can definitely still draft. So let's get into the draft and see if we can snag anything in the second round. But I'm feeling really good about what we've done so far. So let's go ahead and skip straight to the second round and kind of follow the board a little bit. Shador goes to Tennessee, and then we don't see anything else at all, really. So we're picking in the second round, as I mentioned. So let's see what we can get here. So this is going to be the one pick we make in this draft. So we have a tight end on the board, but probably won't. Well, Harold Fananen out of Bowling Green State. Don't really know much about him, but could be interesting to take. He's got good grades. I mean, physicals, third tight end, very fast, 4.64 yard dash. Change direction is great. Speed is great. Strength is good. So if I don't see anything else I like, I might double down at the tight end spot. We'll have Tucker Kraft and Harold Fannin. Wouldn't mind that. It's definitely not our number one need, though. I'll be honest with you there. We have Josiah Stewart. Linebacker, to me, is the main thing we need, but we need someone who can, like a coverage linebacker, off-ball linebacker, whatever. So I don't know if we have that here, though. I mean, there is, yeah. So that prototype really isn't here at the moment. Could take another running back, I guess, technically a two if we wanted to, but Restrepo. Let's just take a look at some of the names. So Higgins, Williams out of TCU, Josiah Stewart, Lawson, Tez Johnson. Honestly, we don't really need. We do have a middle linebacker here, though, with Mr. Jasad Campbell. He's got A man coverage, B play recognition. Speed is elite. Ooh, okay. I kind of like that. You know what? This is what we're going to take. We're going to take Jasad Campbell here in round 2. We'll see if that ends up being a good pick. Number 42, True Value, drafted 55. Not bad. So I will absolutely take that. And I'm going to skip the rest of the draft because we obviously traded our first and our third to get Tyreek Hill. But next season should be extremely good. I don't need to worry about changing the playbook either because Green Bay is usually pretty good in the simulation. So I think there's a 1,000% chance we're in the playoffs next season. So let's take a look at the lineup for year 1 with this team. So here is the lineup going into season number 1. Jordan Love under center with Mr. Riley Leonard out of Notre Dame, who's in the Natty, which is interesting. Malik Willis as our third string. You have Josh Jacobs, Lloyd, and then Mullings. You have Tyreek Hill, Romeo Dubs, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks as well, Malik Keith. So plenty of depth at wide receiver. Offensive line feeling pretty good. Tucker Kraft and Musgrave as our tight ends. And then defensively, we have Javon Holland, Bullard, Quay Walker, took Campbell here as well, who could actually probably start at left outside linebacker over Mr. Devin Bush. So let's go ahead and do that right now because I think Campbell could be really good for us immediately. So let's put him in there. This is kind of the linebacker we absolutely needed, and we'll be playing him at left outside. So that feels good. So now we address kind of the weakest position, in my opinion, was that linebacker spot, and to have gotten a good player there who goes up to a 78, I feel good about that. McKinney, Asante Samuel, Rashul Douglas, which that was a reunion. Luke Vaness, Kenny Clark, Deontay Wyatt, Rashawn Gary. Looking pretty good. So this team should be in the postseason. I'm hoping we will be. Tyreek Hill should be utilized, hopefully. And hopefully, I keep saying hopefully, but things will go well. And I'll leave that word out this time. But we start the season against the Chicago Bears. I'll see you guys in the playoffs, hopefully. And just like that, for year number 1, we did make the playoffs, as we'll be welcoming our fellow division rival Detroit Lions, who my Commanders will be playing tomorrow. I guess, yeah. Wait, today, dude, I keep confusing my days. Today's Thursday. So as you guys are watching this, it'll be tomorrow. Sorry. Gosh, I'm bugging right now. But the Packers and Tyreek Hill looked like he had a pretty good season for us, but we ended up 11-6. So let's take a look at the player stats. Dude, my days have been mixed up lately. But offensively, 7th in the NFL, which is what we want to see. And defensively, we were 24th. So we'd love to see that a little bit higher, but 42-13 from Jordan Love. 11 touchdowns, 1,300 yards from Josh Jacobs. Oh, wow, everyone. We had everyone at the 1,000-yard receiver. 3 guys as a 1,000-yard wide receiver, which is fantastic. He had 6 sacks from Deontay Wyatt, 4.5 from Kenny Clark, and then 2.5 from Luke Van Ness, 2 from Rashawn Gary. 4 receptions from Jair, 3 from Edgerrin Cooper, 3 from Rasul Douglas, and 3 from McKinney. So let's go ahead, jump in and play the Detroit Lions, and let's see if we can beat them in wildcard weekend. Jordan Love and the Packers versus Jared Goff and the Lions. This one's at Lambeau. The weather looks beautiful outside. We start off with a stop on defense, but our offense does nothing. We need our offense to be the component in this postseason, as we're down 14-7, but we will get a field goal. And if we score here, okay, 4-13, but we get an interception or something. I don't know what just happened there, but we take the lead 14-16, and the Lions will take it back. I will not jump in since it's so early in the video. So this is Jordan Love's vintage moment. Can he come out here and win this game for us? And he will not. We're going to lose in wildcard weekend. So that's 2 years of losing in the wildcard weekend back-to-back. This time was at home, so a little bit more embarrassing. So that is disappointing to say the least, but it is back to the drawing board in the offseason. Could have jumped in there and probably won us the game, but since it's year 1, I wanted to wait and just trust in Jordan Love to get it done, and he didn't. And in a not so great way, we're about to go into this offseason with negative $33 million in cap space. So someone's cap hit big time. So restructures are about to happen and guys are about to leave. But let's see who all our free agents are. So Zach Tom, which, yeah, I would love to keep him. Rasheed Walker, we'd love to keep him. Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Luke Van Ness is a 5th-year option. Okay, so it's not bad. The only player, Tressway, why are you on the Packers? You're supposed to command our legend, but whatever. Zach Tom is the one guy Rasheed Walker too. We have both our tackles as free agents. This is not good, guys. We have to free up some money. So it looks like, well, we'll see who's all making money. Let's figure out what's going on here. So trading for Tyreek Hill probably didn't help our case, not gonna lie to you guys, but we did just that. So we're gonna have to, what is Jordan Love making? Restructure, we can say that's only frees us $5 million. Damn, okay. So we're going to have to free up some money. And Tyreek Hill may not have been the best guy to trade for, to be honest with you. It felt right in theory, but the contract has totally screwed us. And we can't cut him. It would give us all the money we need, but cutting him would be kind of counterintuitive. So we'll see. Kenny Clark, well, I'll free up $10 million. Rashawn Gary will free up $9 million. Dude, do we have to cut Tyreek Hill? We might have to cut Tyreek Hill. Oh, gosh. I don't love the feeling of that, but we may have to, dude. Oh, we have to, dude. What are we going to do? Well, we got to trade him then. Actually, just trade him. Cutting him is counterintuitive. Now, unfortunately for us, we can't get our tackles back in this stage, but we have to do something. So, we're going to accept Luke Van Ness 5th-year option, but everyone else is going to have to get into free agency, and we're just going to have to hope that we can get them in free agency, but unfortunately, the Tyreek Hill trade did not work out as much as I thought it would, but we dug ourselves in a hole. We went for it. It didn't work, and now we're going to dig ourselves out of it. So unfortunately, we are sending Tyreek Hill to the Patriots, so we traded for him for 1 year and traded a first, but we do net, and we traded a first, third, and a bunch of late picks. So basically, we're going to be freeing up money by trading away Tyreek Hill. We got to find a wide receiver 1 again, so that is a little disappointing, but that's how it goes. Made a mistake in the first season. Should not have traded for Tyreek Hill, but it felt right at the time. Garrett Wilson would have been the better option, but we do gain some good draft capital, and that should still give us the ability to find a wide receiver 1 outside of Tyreek Hill. So now we're going to have to restructure some contracts. So this next season could be it, guys, because it's going to be really hard to be really good after this, because once you restructure contracts, you pretty much screw your future salary in the worst way possible. So, and we need to free up salary if we're going to clearly get anybody back. So we're going to have to go talk to the top guys again. So Sante Samuel only free up $3 million. Luke Van Ness does nothing for us. Javon Holland, $2 million. So it was like Kenny Clark, I think I needed to talk to. So let's go talk to our top guys and restructure their salaries. So McKinney frees up $6 million, which might be useful in a way, but Jordan Love, nothing. And it was what? It was Rashawn Gary, who's frees up 9 million. So we got to do that. And I think it was Kenny Clark was the other one that we need to talk to about maybe refreeing. Yeah, so 10 million. So that should give us enough money to sign our tackles back, I think, which is going to be important. Those are the two guys I'm clearly after in free agency. So hopefully we have enough to get both of them back. So let's see if we will. There is some good free agents here, but Zach Tom has to be on the top of our priority list. And that actually doesn't even give us enough to get him back. So, you know, maybe we turn our attention to something else, but there's not a good wide receiver one here anyway. So probably going to have to trade for one again, which is kind of ironic. But let's see. So left tackle, Rasheed Walker's sitting here, and I do need to get him back. I want Zach Tom back as well, obviously. So Rasheed Walker, we're going to go for. But man, I mean, it looks like even if I would have traded for even if I wouldn't have traded for Tyreek Hill, it looks like our salary situation was kind of screwed regardless. It didn't help with all the money I gave out in free agency. So I don't know, man, just kind of how it works, I guess. So we're going to free up Xavier McKinney's salary and Josh Jacobs, and that should give us enough, I think, to get Zach Tom back. And then we're going to have to try to trade for a wide receiver again with all the draft capital we just received. Although, yeah, because we're not going to have a top draft pick. Although we could trade up to like draft Zachariah Branch or something, but still don't have enough. Is that correct? Or is it just not refreshed? How much money do we have now? So we have what? 32 million? I mean, I feel like that should be enough, right? Maybe it's not still. So let's renounce, withdraw our offer. Let's try this again. So Zach Tom, we'll give him a deal. So that's actually still not gonna be enough money. Zach Tom will be brought back, looks like, and then we need Rasheed Walker back. I didn't realize getting my tackles back would be such a problem. We still need like another 10 million freed up, dude. This is brutal. Yeah, our salary situation is gonna be absolutely screwed next year, guys. This could be it. This could be a 2-year rebuild. That's how bad this could be because of how bad this money situation is. So Jordan Love will free us up another 5 million. Kenny Clark will be restructured. McKinney, Josh Jacobs, Javon Holland free up 2 million. Devin Bush, Drew Dahlman. So it looks like Jordan Love's gonna have to be restructured again. So Jordan Love, free up $5 million. Wow, our salary situation is so screwed next year. It's not even funny. And then we're gonna take that 8 million. So wow, oh gosh, I'm not looking forward to next offseason. We're gonna have like no money at all. So let's take a look at trying to get the other tackle back now, and then we'll be turning our attention to the draft and trade. So should be enough for Rasheed Walker now. So if we get those two back, that would be amazing. So hopefully we didn't do all of that just to lose them. That would be pretty disappointing. So please sign back. And we get both of them. Okay, so that's a success. We keep our offensive line intact. At what cost, though? But let's go to the draft now. So we have extra draft capital, which actually comes in handy. We don't have a wide receiver one anymore because we traded him away. Had to. We had literally no choice, basically. But extra draft capital could give us some extra solid pieces around. But let's take a look at the lineup now. Let's see what we got going on here. So we have Dontavian Wicks and Jaden Reed. An offensive line looks good still. Tucker Kraft still our tight end. Lloyd. So we need another wide receiver. Wicks is going to have to play a massive role this year. Jordan Love's up to superstar dev, which is great. Defensively, everything looks good here as well. So no complaints. It's the one position. It's our wide receiver spot. That's the main problem right now. So we got to find a way to address that. Don't know if we'll be able to do that in the draft. So I'm going to see if we can trade again, whether it's for a top pick in this draft or just getting a wide receiver somewhere. So I'm trying to trade for the second overall pick here so we can draft Zachariah Branch, because we can't really trade for a wide receiver because we have no cap space. So 22, 33, and our first rounder next year get the second overall pick, and they do accept. So we'll have the second overall pick in this draft. So let's see what we get in there. So hopefully, as long as the Patriots don't take Zachariah Branch, we're good. So let's see if they did. And they take Ruben Bain. So we're chilling. So we said I needed a wide receiver, and I've seen Zachariah Branch develop very nicely for a bunch of teams, and that is who we'll absolutely take. There is some quarterback options, but Zachariah Branch out of USC will be the guy here. So welcome to Green Bay, my friend. Going to be number 2 in true value, and we draft him exactly at number 2. So we're going to be a little bit cheaper at our wide receiver 1 spot now with Zachariah Branch, and I think we have, we may not have a second round pick, or do we? I can't remember. We just traded. No, we do have a second round pick, so we still have the ability to draft another good player here. But let's take a look. So I might still go into the third season if we don't win a championship next year, but I just know it's going to be very rough, very, very rough. So I'm gonna take Will Dansby out of LS or Texas or it was Texas A&M. Sorry, not LSU. I don't know why I said LSU, but Will Dansby, number 30 in true value, normal dev, but gives us some depth at the strong safety spot just in case McKinney can't be re-signed, I guess. And then we have 1 third rounder, which is a very early third rounder, so that's good. So let's see what we can get here in this early round 3 spot. Kenny Burton, Mike Wheeler, bunch of wide receiver options. I mean, wide receiver doesn't sound like the worst idea in the world, considering Wicks is our 3rd wide receiver right now, but don't know how good any of these guys truly are. John Lake seems to be a good fit for us. What's his speed? Speed is good. Strength is marginal. Not liking that too much. Kenny Burton, I know, can be solid, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take Kenny Burton here. So that will be our draft, and I'll let the assistant GM take care of the rest. Hidden Dev back up behind Tucker Kraft, but let's go see what the lineup is looking like for year 2. I just know that there is a horrible reality coming if we don't get a Super Bowl this next season, because yeah, the offseason could be brutal if we aren't, if we have to go back to trying to build this team again. So here is the lineup for year number 2. Jordan Love, Zachariah Branch, Jaden Reed, Wicks. You got Tucker Kraft, Kenny Burton down there as well. Zach Tom, Morgan, Dahlman, Jenkins, and Rasheed Walker. They also took us another wide receiver with Betts, which is nice. Defensively, not much change on this side of the ball. Obviously, we took Mr. Dansby to be a backup, but we're all in on this season right now, guys. We have to make the playoffs this season. Defensively, we're going to see. So it looks like 92% scheme fit. Doesn't look too bad. We'll go to a vertical zone run. We're going to leave the playbooks the way they are because, like I said, offensively, we're really good the first season in Green Bay. Usually it's pretty good. Now, specialists, slot wide receiver is going to be Zachariah Branch, which I am totally cool with. So let's go ahead, simulate year 2, and hopefully we're back in the postseason, because if we aren't, we're in trouble. Let me just tell you, we are absolutely in trouble. So at the end of year 2, I generally thought we missed the playoffs and my heart sank, but it actually looks like we got the 1st seed. So that is exactly what we needed, because man, if we had not gotten that, well, we'd be playing wild card weekend, don't get me wrong. And wow, we had top 5 guys and almost a lot of, Josh Jacobs, 1,500 yards, leading the league. Cooper led the league in tackles, and Javon Holland led the league in interceptions. So brutal, or awesome stuff. Not brutal, it's awesome stuff. So we don't even have to play the first week, which is awesome. We'll have a bye. We get to relax as the 1st seed. So offensively, once again, top 5, which is good. Defensively, hopefully we're better, and we were top 10 this time. So 43 and 13 from Jordan Love. So the window is right now, guys. It really is. 13 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. Zachariah Branch, 20 touchdowns out of the gate his rookie season. Can you imagine that? 20 touchdowns a rookie season. Okay, this draft class is crazy. This draft class might be a little unrealistic. This man is already a 95 overall, bro. I mean, he had 20 touchdowns in this playbook. That's actually insane. I've never seen that in my life. He was just an 82. He was just a rookie, and now he's a 95 overall superstar. X Factor? What are we talking about? That's insane. Wow, did not expect that much development. I'm about to freaking cry tears of joy, dude. That's insane. Wicks, 900 yards, almost 1,000 yards for him too. That's good to see him getting success. 7.5 sacks from Ken Clark, 6.5 from Gary, and 6 from Luke Van Ness. 7 or 7 Javon Holland, and 6. So both our safeties, they were incredible. Javon Holland and Xavier McKinney just balled out. This has got to be the window right here. We have to win a Super Bowl right now. There's no reason not to. I mean, look at everything we've done. Zachariah Branch is a 95 overall wide receiver. Man, that's insane. But we get to play the Bears at home. I'll be damned if we let the Chicago Bears at 9-8 stroll into Lambeau Field and beat us right now. Let's jump in and let's beat the hell out of the Bears and get to the NFC Championship. All right, so here we are in wildcard weekend. My recording software just stopped working for a second, but we're back. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Bears in the divisional round, because obviously we didn't play wildcard weekend. We need a hot start, and the Bears will go up 7-0. Offense, I need something out of you, man. What are we doing right now? The defense is getting us stops. They missed a 31-yard field goal somehow. We have no points, and it's the second half already. Finally get a touchdown on the board. It's been a rough start, but now it's 14-7. Go tie it up, please. This is brutal. 14-14. The Bears will take the lead 21-14. We have 59 seconds left in the clock. They left us way too much time because there's zero shot, like I said, that I'm losing to the Bears right now. I will not allow it to happen. So let's see if we can get exactly what we want, as we are just going to go ahead and feed the man Zachariah Branch, and let's just keep this going. He got wide open, and we want as much time off the clock as possible, so I'm cool with just drain this clock a little bit. We can't take a sack, so let's just get rid of this. I was going to throw that to X, but we're chilling. So now I'm going to go to one of my favorite plays, because I can, if it's in this playbook. I don't even know if it's in this playbook, to be honest with you. It may not be. So I don't see it, but we'll go Z curl to see if we can get Zachariah Branch out of bounds, and that would be a nice little gain there. So they don't have it covered. He is so, wow, his routes look so freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We have ourselves a freaking stud, and it's only year one of his career. This is just insanity. But all right, we should probably be sending more to the end zone, not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this to his feet, because you know what, I didn't really like that play at all. We need to come out with something different. We need stuff to go to the end zone right now, not out routes. I don't even know why I'm running out routes right now. Okay, so this will be headed to the end zone, so we'll see if we can get something there. So I'm gonna throw it to Wicks, and Wicks is gonna get a flag. Let's freaking go. That's gonna be defensive pass interference on the Chicago Bears. So that is beautiful, and we'll obviously accept that. We'll be at the 1 yard line, and I have a feeling, and it's gonna be Reed on the out route, or on the slant route, which I'd rather it be Branch, but whatever, that's fine. So he will be there. Touchdown, Jaden Reed. And you guys already know what's next. We're not settling for a extra point. We're going to go for 2 here. So we're going to go to one of my favorite plays. I wish Jaden Reed, or sorry, not Jaden Reed. I low-key wish Zachariah Branch was on the slant, but it's okay. This isn't stick, and we don't have Branch out here, but I'm feeling like this will be open, as Kraft is there for the 2-point conversion. 21-22. It was a little rough there for a second, but that should be all she wrote, and we're moving on to the NFC Championship. I told you guys we were not losing to the Bears, and boy, we did not. Let's see who's in front of us at the NFC Championship. It is now NFC Championship time, and we draw a very familiar opponent. It is the Dallas Cowboys. These two teams have a ton of history in the playoffs, as we're all aware. And lately, it's been going towards the Packers' way. So hopefully we can continue that, and we'll go up 7-0, and we get an interception, or I think it was interception, but 3-14, and we'll be up 21-3. So it's looking good very far, or so far. Shul Douglas with the pick, and it looked like we're about to make it 28-3, but we will now. So this is going to be it. The Cowboys didn't even arrive. We went up 42. We blew them out badly. Yeah, that's all she wrote. 42-10. We embarrassed the Cowboys at Lambeau. Jordan Love slaying that thing with 5 touchdowns. How many did? 164 yards, 4 touchdowns. I had to see what this man did. And Zachariah Branch, I know he's good at USC, but I didn't really see he was that good. Is a draft class creator grip it? I don't know. But let's get into the Super Bowl. Good Super Bowl. To me, this would be a very fun Super Bowl if we ever got this in real life. It's going to be Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. We have Jordan Love and Zachariah Branch. So let's see if we can come out here and get started on offense and get off to a fast start. So it's 3-7 so far, and still 7-3. Can we go up 14-3? No. Defense is playing well so far, but so is their defense. But we finally get another points on the board, but it was just a field goal. 17-10. The Bengals will not get a stop, and they'll tie it with 11 seconds left on the clock. So the one thing I will say is we have a man named Zachariah Branch, and I think I only need so much time to potentially get us in field goal range here to win this Super Bowl. So we're gonna go B here, and Wicks might be open. Wicks, oh, he drops it. 2nd and 10. Oh my gosh, we had him for the field goal attempt. Wicks, I needed you so badly right there, dude. Wow, he just made me so mad, dude. Come on now, Dontavian Wicks, you come up with that, and we're chilling, bro. But whatever, what can you do? So we're gonna be throwing Wicks on. Actually, let's throw Wick, and screw it, we'll just do it anyway. So let's see if he can make up for it. Instead, I'm not even gonna get this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even remember what button he was, but we're gonna throw this and see if we can get a PI. Come on. No passer. I'm not bailed this time. 17-17. I couldn't even remember what button I wanted to throw it downfield, but it was RB, wasn't it? I can't remember now. But we're in overtime now, so it is what it is. Let's see how this overtime coin toss works out. But man, would drawing a PI there have been awesome, but unfortunately not going to happen. So Packers have won the toss. We'll kick. So they'll go ahead and start off with the football and see if our defense can get a stop, and we'll see what we need when we come out on offense. So hopefully our defense can get us a stop. Let's see what happens. So they are going to score a touchdown. So we need a touchdown, and you guys already know what's next after that. So let's start off with a run to Josh Jacobs. This needs to be put in the end zone as my smoke alarm is going off right now, I think, in my house. But you know what? It is what it is. So let's go ahead and continue to feed this man, Josh Jacobs, although this play action route might get them. So that's going to be Kraft on. If they give me enough time, this might be. I'm going to throw it up. Kraft, this is. Oh, I thought he caught that. 2nd and 10. Okay. 2nd and 10 didn't work out. All good. But the runs, that run earlier worked really well. So we're going to run it again. So let's see if we can. Blocks are not there this time. So that's going nowhere. 3rd and 11. All right. Well, we have 2 plays get a first down. We can do that. There's no problem there. 2 plays get a first down. We got an underneath to Musgrave. We have Branch, who could be open up the seam low key. He is there. So let's just throw it to him. Branch is going to come down with it to move the chains. And let's see if they want to leave that open again. I bet they don't. I bet they won't leave that open again, because if they do, they're getting torched. He's going to be there for the touchdown, I think. Oh my goodness, was he out of bounds? He was. He caught that too. Wow. Wow. Oh, booth review. Are they going to return this to a touchdown? Wow. I've never seen it go my way before. I think he was in bounds. Bro, I've never seen it. Booth. That's definitely in. Wait. Oh, did he have the ball though? I can't tell. Oh, they overturned it. Oh, wow. I've never seen that. Okay. Well, you guys know what's next. We're going for 2. So, what do we want here? I want Packers stick, but I don't see it. Where is stick? There is stick right there, but that's not the stick I'm looking for. I guess we're going to X slant. This worked earlier against the Bears. I believe this is the play we called. And we had Kraft wide open. So let's see. He will be there again. Oh my goodness, that almost looked like a bad pass. But that's going to be how we win this one. Tucker Kraft is a beast and won us the Bears game that way, and now wins us the Super Bowl that way. So what an overturn for the victory. I did not expect that to be booth reviewed and overturned. Zachariah Branch, you freaking stud, dude. Wow. Well, we needed that, because as I told you guys, this offseason would have been a disaster. I already kind of saw who our free agents were, and bro, it was a massive list, and we had negative $3 million in cap space. It would have been really hard to keep this team together. So thankfully, we don't even have to worry about that. We got the trophy right now. Green Bay gets Lombardi once again. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the divisional playoff football games, man. Like I said, football is almost over, and we all know when it's gone, we miss it. So make sure to watch it. Thank y'all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.